everyone, this is Russ. So we are about to play a demo game, an actual play of Shadowrun. Me and Peter will be playing, and the game is going to be run by Darryl Mott, who you will know is our sound engineer.
Hello.
And the world's biggest Shadowrun fan.
I don't know if I can argue that fact or not. That might actually be true.
I think it probably is true. So I'm just gonna hand straight over to you, Darryl, and we can launch straight into it. I'll just quickly say I'm playing an elven shaman. Am I? Is that what I'm playing?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Called Theodore. And Peter, what are you playing?
Oh, I'm going to be today, Russ. I'm going to be an orcish rigger called Tom Jones.
It's not unusual.
No, it's not unusual.
So it begins.
I see Darryl has finally understood the true nature of what he has unleashed upon the world. I don't think he was expecting that.
Right, I'm gonna hand over to you now, Darryl. So,
hello, everyone.
Spotlight is on you. Take it away.
And for the record, this edition of Shadowrun is only about a week and a half old as we're recording this. I am still new to this. Some of the other games you've heard us do on here were from the actual designers of the game. I am not one of the designers of the game, so we may stumble here and there, but we'll make it fun anyway. What we are playing is the traditional starter game for Shadowrun, slightly modified by me, called Food Fight. This adventure was included in the original first edition core rulebook as the introductory adventure in that game, and has been translated to every single edition since, including 6th edition. A version of Food Fight is in the beginner box, but we're playing my own special version of it that's been a little bit truncated. What we're going to do, both the characters have a fixer that's a mutual contact between the two of them, and they have both been approached about a job, and they have been asked to meet at a bar to meet their Johnson. So, when do you guys show up early? Do you show up on time for the meet? Show up a little bit early to scout the place out? Do you guys even know each other?
Yes. That would be much easier.
Yes. Me and Theodore, we go way back. Why, meeting him now reminds you of the time we did that job on Cedar Crow.
Theodore.
Your name's Theodore. My name's Tom. You remember that? The
Hello,
bit
Tom.
hasn't got to your brain, has it?
Look, I've just downed half a bottle of whiskey. How do you expect me to remember my own name?
Well, it does explain a lot. You and your weak elvish constitution. Yes.
I've been sitting here for 6 hours. Where have you been, Tom?
Well, it's only 15 minutes to the meeting. If you're going to show up so infernally early, that's really more your issue.
I like to be prepared.
Yes. So, what's new, pussycat?
I just imagine Peter's got all of Tom Jones's discography just waiting on a page window. Anyway, you guys see a man kind of walk in. He definitely doesn't look like he belongs in this bar. He's wearing a t-shirt that looks very much like mine. It's like a kind of a nerdy t-shirt with a saying on it. He's wearing blue jeans. He's got what looks like an armored jacket that's 2 sizes too small for him.
Uh-huh.
But on it is a Star Trek communicator pin on his red and black armored jacket. And he walks up and kind of looks around, and he walks up to the bar and kind of mumbles something to the bartender. Bartender rolls his eyes and jerks his head to the table, hands him the shot glass, and then he sits over and sits down at the table, and he looks around and he's wringing his hand. He's nervous. This does not look like a Johnson to you. But he's sitting at the table that you were told your Johnson was going to be sitting at.
Are you Mr. What was his name? Johnson?
Yes, I'm Mr. Johnson. I'm Mr. Johnson.
I was expecting someone a bit taller.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be heightest in this day and age.
Listen, I learned everything. I already know all this stuff. I watch Carl Combat Mage all the time. Seriously, I know how this works. So, I am Mr. Johnson, and I need to hire you to do something for me. Have you ever seen this before?
You do know you don't have to do the air quotes when you say Mr. Johnson. We all know it's a fake name.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay.
On the show, they always put like a... Anyway, have you guys ever seen this before? It's actually really cool. This is the only place I can get it. It's actual Romulan ale. See how like pretty and blue it is? It's so nice.
Oh, yes.
Well,
I do
it's not
like
like,
that too.
it's not real Romulan. I mean, it's not like there's actual space aliens or anything, but it's like there's a brand that's called the Romulan Ale, and they serve these cool
I have actual real pointed ears.
Oh, yeah, I know. You're enough.
Oh, and you've drunk it and everything. Well, that is brave of you, I must say.
It's so good. Did you know that when they were going to do the 2024 reboot, they were going to cast Tom Holland as Captain Kirk?
No.
Oh, God.
Can you even imagine?
I know.
It's hard to think of what he did in his younger days, and now after she's done such amazing classics. But I see we've quite lost Fyodor. He's clearly not a fan of modern filmography.
Well,
How can we help you, Mr. Johnson?
Wasn't Tom Holland in Spider-Man 14?
Yes, he was in all those Spider-Man movies. He was really good in that, but he is just not Kirk.
Didn't he get replaced by Gwyneth Paltrow from 10 through to 13?
I really liked those that much. It lost a lot of steam after the 8th one that they did. Anyway.
Oh, I quite liked his Obi-Wan Kenobi in Ewok Strike Back. That was, I felt, one of his finer pieces.
It's a shame he couldn't quite grow the beard.
No, it went a bit scraggly, didn't it? I always hate scraggly beards, don't you, Fyodor?
This joke has gotten away from me.
So, with these hands, how can we help you, Mr. Johnson?
Yeah, work. We're here for work. I work at at the store, the comic store. Not the comic store. I don't work at the comic store. No, I don't. That's
no.
I work at the McHugh's.
The McHugh's.
Anyway, McHugh's is fast food McDonald's burger chain. But
I know what a McHugh's is.
I was explaining to you guys if you didn't know the world setting, but he's like, anyway, he just totally deflates. He's like, he can't hold this. Listen, there's this gang, but they're not like a real gang. It's not like the Ancients or the Halloweeners or anything. It's like just these punk assholes that keep coming into the store and they'll smash things up and they ask for protection money, and we pay our protection money to the actual, the real gangs in the neighborhood. But these guys they keep coming and smash all over the neighborhood, and they have these rounds they do every week. And I just want you to go. They're going to be going to the Stuffer Shack tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I will pay. We've taken up a collection. They sent me to do it because I've seen every episode of Call Combat Mage, so I know most about Shadowrun. It's I already know. I mean, I could do this myself.
Yeah.
If I really wanted to, I could have been a Shadowrunner.
But of course, I can see that. Yes.
But anyway, you guys are the real thing. So what we're going to do, we have get together 10,000 new yen to get these guys out of our neighborhood. So what we want you to do is they're going to be at the Stuffer Shack. It's a big corporate place. It's on corporate property, so don't got to worry about the cops because it's corporate security. Knight Errant ain't going to show up there because it's extraterritorial grounds. We don't care about that place. It's a big coming into our neighborhood kind of thing. We don't like them there anyway. We just want the gang out. I don't care how you do it. I don't care what you do. I don't want to know. I want to read about it in the newspaper tomorrow that they're gone and we don't got to worry about them anymore.
Right. So, yeah.
Pay you 2,000 up front and the other 8,000 when they're gone. That sound good?
2,000 new yen. How many farmhands is that?
I think you might be looking at as many as 500.
Ooh.
Yes.
The economy isn't quite that crap in Shadowrun. An average middle lifestyle is 5,000 a month. 2,000 a month is about what would be a low lifestyle. Within a city,
so it's about 2 weeks' wages for a drone.
Yeah, pretty for your average
minion.
Middle class office drone kind of person. That's about 2 weeks' wages. The 2,000.
Well, I have drunk half a bottle of whiskey,
2 months.
so I'm definitely in. What about you, Tom?
It was that 2,000 each.
Well, the 2,000's up front, and you guys split it, and then you get another 8,000 after, so it's 4,000 each after. So 1,000 now, 4,000 after for each of you, or 2,000 and then 8,000 for both of you, and you guys can split up however you want.
I see. Well, that should probably cover the cost of my ammunition. We'll see how this goes. Yes.
Let's do
How
this.
many of these gangers are
his
there?
eyes go, why? Because he's taking you literally on that. How much? Because even he's got a little. I mean, you can tell he's trying to conceal it, but his jacket's too small, so you can see the little holster picking out of his little straight line special, basically like a snub-nosed .32 revolver kind of gun stuck out from here. So you can see even he's packed. So when you say how much you're wanting to spend on ammunition, his eyes just goes white as dinner plates. It's like, oh God, what have I done? What have I unleashed on my neighborhood?
Well,
But that's like all the indication you get.
The 7 habits of highly effective space pirates do teach us there's no such thing as overkill. It's only open fire and reload. Right, so how many of these people are there roughly?
They usually show up. There's 5 of them when they show up. Sometimes it'll be 4, sometimes it'll be 6. But if you guys can just take out the ones that their leader always shows up with them. It's this.
Oh yes.
It's this one elf, and you can see him bite his tongue on saying a slur.
Oh dear.
Lady.
Oh, I nearly saw that.
Who uses magic.
Oh yes.
And she's the one that calls the shots. She
bit of a
always shows up
Galadriel,
with them, and
is she?
she's got her little minions with her.
What's her name?
I don't know. They never tell us their names.
Just wondering if it might be my sister.
No, I thought it was your ex from the way they were being described. But alright. So, there's one elf lady. Does she wear anything distinctive, or are we not that lucky?
No, she's got her hair that's shaved on the sides, and then she's got a long ponytail down the back, blonde hair. Her ears are really sticking out.
Oh, that is your ex he's describing. Isn't that your ex-wife, Laura?
I think it might be.
What I would like you to do, Theodore, is make let's try a memory test. If you see that, it's on the section where it says attributes. On the far side of that, it'll have like composure, judgment, intention, and memory on your character sheet. Yeah, roll 6 dice and see how many hits you get.
And it's 5s and 6s I'm looking for, is it?
Yes.
Well, that will be what we like to call
Is it a glitch?
0. Did you happen to roll 3 or more 1s?
Only 2 once.
You got
so
very
close.
lucky. You almost critically glitched on your very first roll.
I don't feel very lucky.
Well,
it could have gotten a
that'll
lot
change.
worse, but yeah, you're
yes.
just kind of nodding along, listening to the description of the guy. She's got like the big pointed ears and the ponytail, and she always wears this one like big long trench coat leather jacket, and I don't know what else. And they don't really have colors because they're not, like I said, they're not really a gang. They're just like these assholes who just show up. So they act like a gang, but they don't do gang stuff other than smash up the place if we don't give them money.
Right. So you're being shaken down by some Matrix wannabe rejects, and you haven't asked your actual people you're playing protection money to sort them out. Is that the size?
Well, we pay protection money to protect us from them, not from.
Oh,
they don't protect us from anyone else.
Oh dear, that is awkward. Okay, well, your money spends as well as the next person, I suppose.
Well, shall we go?
Oh,
shall we do
yes,
this?
yes.
Let's go. I'm excited. I want to do this. Let's do this. I'm really excited.
Oh,
Let's go now.
okay.
Let's go.
But
I'm super excited. Can you tell how excited I am? I'm really excited.
You are excited. You're
I am
virtually
excited.
frothing at the mouth.
I am virtually frothing at the mouth.
Theodore, I will insist on one condition. You can have a ride, but you're not allowed to puke in the car. You remember what happened last time?
I've only had half a bottle of whiskey.
Only had, says Tom, throwing out the bunny ears as he speaks.
Okay.
Right,
So-
let's go.
All right. So you get in you get into Tom's BMW and start
Yes.
heading off. Go ahead and see if you can make me a.
You had a Volvo last time.
Well, it was safer in the mileage, but I felt my street cred had been taking a bit of a hit. So I decided to opt for this. Oh, do you see how nice and black it is? I went with the matte black paint. It's what all the most exciting people have. This sort of rubberized finish. Oh, check it out. Oh, look at them. 17-inch chrome rims. Very nice, very nice.
Here, Make me a perception check. That's going to be That's going to be your perception plus your intuition. So,
is that me?
Theodore.
Yeah.
Me. Where are we? Perception. This is very, very small.
Sorry
I
about
can't see
that.
perception.
Perception's under your skills.
Yeah.
Oh, it's down there. Oh, right. 2.
Yes.
And intuition's an attribute, is it?
Yes.
3.
And that's 3.
That's 5. Okay. Well, think of a number. Think of a number between 1 and 5. It won't be that.
They don't call him the luckiest man in role-playing for nothing. He has to pay them quite handsomely.
So you definitely don't notice that the most distinctive feature is not the rubberized matte exterior of the BMW, but the 2 little gun barrels that are poking out from the grill very slightly.
Oh, how very James Bond.
Well, I do like to enjoy this sort of thing. Alrighty.
Alright, I'm getting in your car now. I'm totally not going to puke in your car. I'm getting in your car now. This is me getting in your car.
Let's see if we can actually get you a test that you can succeed on then, Theodore. Make a composure test.
That was the sound of me winding down the windows.
On the side of the attributes, it's already calculated for you. You've got 13 dice on that one.
Woo! Wow. What is that?
That is because it involves your charisma and your will. It's your charisma and your willpower.
Okay, I am now rolling 13 d6. See these lovely 13 red d6?
Yep.
Yes. Who'd have thought the old man had so many ones left in him?
So, I'm looking for 5s and 6s, am I?
Yes.
And not ones.
Did you grab trick dice or something?
Yeah, remember, if you get, is it 6 or 7 ones on 13 d6?
I have not got 6 or 7 ones.
There'll be
I have
7
got
on this one.
4 ones.
4 ones. Did you get at least 2 5s or 6s?
2.
Okay.
Oh, good man. Get in.
You barely met your threshold. So as you're driving along on your way there, you managed to just barely keep it in on the way over to the Stuffer Shack. Now, what the Stuffer Shack is, I don't know if they have them in the UK, like a 7-Eleven.
Okay, yeah. Like a convenience store.
Kind of, but imagine a convenience store mixed with a Walmart.
What? I've been in a 7-Eleven. So
It's a convenience store, but they would have like they have the racks of snacks, and they have the junk food, and then they have the beer and the soda. But they also have they'll have like a rack of like cheap comlinks and a rack of Simpsons chips and movie discs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. They'll have electronics, and they basically sell a little bit of everything, but not anything good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like a one-stop or something.
Like a Sainsbury, maybe.
Come on.
You do Sainsbury's, you monster.
That's the only British chain I know. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that's where you walk into. When you walk into the place, it's about 8 o'clock. Sun's gone down. Place is still pretty busy. There are a total of 7 aisles separated into 2s. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then along each wall, along each side, is a cooler that has cold foods, and then there's a little section up the front that has all the hot foods, like the soy pizza and the soy dogs and the soy burgers. And
is there an alcohol section?
Yes, there is.
I am going to stagger over there and help myself to a large bottle of the first thing I see.
All right. When you start staggering over, you're walking past the clerk, and the clerk just looks at you and keeps some kind of an eye on you as you walk past. And when you grab the bottles, hey, you got to pay for that.
Well, it's like this. We're here to help you, and I only help people when I'm drunk. So, do you want me to help you?
Wait, what? And you get the really confused look on his face, like you've just talked circles around his ability to comprehend what you just said.
Tom goes and gets a rotisserie chicken, a whole one, whacks it on the thing and says, yes, that bottle of, oh dear, White Lightning cider, and this rotisserie chicken, please.
That's what I ended up with.
And you see the kind of glazed over look goes up. Oh, okay. Boop, boop, boop. And he charges you for it. It's like 15 new yen.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, these are the guys that we're here to protect, right?
Yep. There's a guy behind the counter. There's someone else who just looks like he is stoned out of his mind, who has an empty hot dog bun in his hand and the tongs in the other hand, watching the dogs just spin on the rollers like this. He looks like he has been there for at least 20 minutes.
How long is it till we're expecting these people to show up?
You're not sure. You just know they're going to come sometime tonight.
And what is it now?
Right now it's about 8 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, good. Not in the morning. That would be embarrassing. Yes.
I suggest we set up a defensive...
Nom, nom, nom. Tom's eating a chicken.
Thing.
It's pretty
I'm thinking
now,
the A-team here.
Now, since you did stagger all the way to where the liquor is, you do know there are a few customers in here, like wandering around the shelves. It's about there's about a dozen people in here, including at least one small girl that keeps hopping up and down and pulling on her mom's sleeve, saying, "Please, can I? Please, can I? Please, can I?" Holding up the reboot of the reboot of the reboot of the reboot of Maleficent and Simpsons because she really, really wants it and she won't give it. But her mom's busy. Her mom's busy looking at the cereals.
Yes, you can. You most certainly can.
She looks at you, and then she immediately runs around behind her mom and starts hiding.
I'm going to make my best friendly smile. I'm going to be as charming as I can possibly be. How am I going to do this?
You will go ahead and do an influence check. That is your influence plus your charisma. Your influence is under your skills and your charisma.
Influence is 4, charisma so that's 12 in total.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm good at this.
You are a very, very... You are a natural at this, which is why I didn't give you too many points in a lot of your charisma-based stuff.
I am a very, very charming elf. Oh, yes! That's a 6. That's a 6. That's a 6. That's a 5. And that's a 5. I have got 5 or more. 5
That is a very, very good roll. And the girl just completely warms up to you now. She's no longer got the look of stranger danger on her face. As you kind of talk to her about the Simpson she has in her hand. And she just really, what, you really remember when this was original? Awesome. And she's just like hanging on your every word.
If anyone stops you, just tell them Theodore said it was okay.
Okay. And she shoves it in her jacket pocket.
Off you go.
Alarm tag and everything. She just shoves it in her jacket pocket. And then she starts...
If there's any funny noises as you walk out the front door, just ignore them. It's probably just a test.
She gets this determined look on her face and nods her head. Her mom is just sitting there. She is still looking between the two cereal boxes, not even paying any attention to what's going on around her. And you kind of hear just a slight din coming from her and a slight blur. You can see she's got her AR here. Her AR is on a little bit too high and her volume is on a little bit too high on the music video she's watching at the same time. So she's not really paying as much attention as she should be.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going to just wait then, do we?
Leaning on the counter, Tom surveys this as Theodore careens around, waving a bottle of bottle of White Lightning cider. So that's hard cider for our American listeners, and not very nice.
It's not. It's not the drink of choice.
Yeah, we will get that from the White Lightning, which is American slang term for hooch or moonshine, which is unaged whiskey.
Yes.
Tastes mostly like turpentine.
Oh, that does sound quite nice compared to White Lightning. Anyway. the drink of choice of use on street corners. Anyway, we digress.
So Theodore's hanging. So Theodore's wandering up and down the aisles, and Tom is hanging up by the front counter. Is that right?
Yep. Scoping out the place, having a look. There's no like toughs lurking in the place so far.
Not that you can say everything you can tell looks like normal people, but even normal people can flip out at any moment in time. So you never know. Obviously. But no one here obviously looks like they're going to be a ganger. Most people look spaced out, stoned, or they just got off a very long shift. They just want to get their cheesy poofs and get the hell out of here.
So there's a cereal aisle, is there? Did you say?
Well, it's about half an aisle.
Lots of cereal boxes. So I am going to take a bunch of cereal boxes and I'm going to build myself a defensive fort made out of cereal boxes.
Good. Theodore's fulfilling his part in my plan to perfection.
It's going to basically have battlements and everything made out of like cereal boxes. And I'm going to be standing behind the battlements.
The clerk kind of looks up, notes what you're doing, shakes his head. All right, paid enough for this. And just goes back to sitting in his some kind of space. He looks spaced out too.
So
I just look at him and I just put my fingers to my lips and I just go, shh, don't tell anyone.
You just get the sense that this is not even on the top 10 weirdest shit he's seen today.
So tell me, about how much do you get paid a week, sort of thing?
I don't know if they tell me I'm not supposed to talk about my salary.
About 200 new yen, something like that.
We are not supposed to talk about that kind of, because they said that there's this thing that used to happen called unions, and we're not supposed to
10 new yen notes onto the counter.
Well, it's everything's digital, so
okay.
You'd have to send it over via your comm link. But as he's sitting here talking about this weird concept called unions that no one's heard of in a very long time.
I suppose he means an iron, which is a way to distill water.
The front doors open up, and 5 people walk in. The very first one up front matches the description you were given. And
I am definitely in my fort.
Yep, you are definitely in your fort.
Yeah, totally safe there. Can't be harmed there without a doubt.
And the lead woman walks up, and she pulls out sawed-off shotgun, fires it into the ceiling, says, "Everybody hit the ground. You know what we're here for." She points at the clerk right beside you, Tom. And she is flanked with, there are 2 trolls, an elf, and a dwarf with her. All of which look to be wearing very generic street thuggy kind of clothes. None of which really have anything that stand out. They're not wearing any unifying colors. They're not, which is something you would expect from a street gang. They're not wearing any of the normal Yakuza type things. They're not wearing any of the Mafia. These just look like these people don't know what the hell they're doing. That is your immediate impression of these people.
I ignore them for a second, and I call over to Tom. Tom!
I'm ignoring him. The nice lady has said to get on the ground, so Tom has moved behind, has taken cover behind the counter, and is now dialing into his BMW.
Okay.
He's ignoring me. How rude. Oh well, I guess I better do something else then. I am going to... So I'm in my fort.
Okay.
Oh yes. You're in
fort of cereal boxes.
Breakfast cereal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I am going to reach into a cereal box, grab a handful of cereal, and throw it at the bad guys.
Okay. So you grab your handful of Cheerios and Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles, and you throw them over there, and they don't actually make it all the way over there. So I was looking at what the range was. They don't quite make it over there, but it makes a big mess on the floor. And then all 5 gangers and one of the customers and the clerk look at you. Theodore.
Hi.
Okay.
My name's Theodore.
All right. And then, Peter, you are basically activating all of your drones at this point in time. So let's go ahead and roll initiative. This will be your fiscal initiative.
Am I doing this as well?
Yes. Everyone's rolling initiative.
Where am I looking for initiative?
Initiative is in attributes. I have 9 plus 1d6.
Mm-hmm.
So, roll d6. So, I've got 6. Plus 9 is 15.
I've got initiative and astral initiative. I want the regular one, do I?
Yes. Astral initiative applies if you're astrally projecting.
8 plus 1d6.
Yes.
14.
So you are 14. Tom?
15.
15.
Yeah.
Bah.
I know. You rolled a 6, though. Can't complain.
So
Can complain.
You will complain. But you shouldn't. You shouldn't, but you're going to anyway, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Well, I can't say it's a surprise to me, but it's what it is.
So Tom, you are going first.
Woohoo!
Well, there's a surprise.
Go, Tom. Go, Tom. Go,
You
Tom.
have-
Go, Tom.
1 major action,
Yes.
plus 1 minor action, plus 1 for every initiative die you have.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
2.
And you can find the action lists.
Well, how about I tell you what I want you to do, and then you give me you tell me what dice to roll.
Yep, the action list is on page 40. So
Okay.
what is it that you're wanting to do? And we'll figure out how to sort that into actions.
So, as I understand it, Tom has access to My understanding of the situation is that this is basically a place which has windows that you can see in of, and it seems likely that these would not be able to withstand a burst of assault fire.
They might be able to. They may be, you'd have to actually examine the windows to be able to figure out if you'd be able to shoot through them or not, because a lot of the buildings in this neighborhood will, especially the nice corporate type buildings like this place, may have, basically plasteel windows.
Right, okay.
So they may have to get through. However,
we'll dial back the cinematic then. So what I'd like is one of my flying... So I've got a bunch of drones with zappy things on.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the Horizon Flying Eye. Would that be big enough to activate the motion sensors on the door?
it might be able to. I'd make you make a skill check on that with your engineering to see if you could figure out exactly where the good place to put it and kind of make it vibrate around enough to activate the motion signature. That would be engineering plus logic.
Engineering. So I've got 5 ranks in engineering, and it says at 6. Is that attribute 6? So it's 5 and is it 5 and 6?
5 and 6 for 11, and you
nice.
have a quality. Anytime you make a logic-based test, you earn 1 edge.
Ooh.
So your edge pull just increased by 1. Your edge pull is currently at whatever level your edge attribute is.
Yes.
So you have just earned 1 more edge for making this test.
And edge. Well, I got edge 4.
So now you're up to 5.
Excellent. And I've just got 11d6. That's 1, 2, 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, yes, you can definitely, you've gotten the door to open itself. A couple of the heads kind of turn around to look at the door from the gangers. Some of them don't. They're still looking at you. They're still looking, not at you. They're looking at Theodore, wondering what the hell this dude's doing throwing cereal around.
Yes. Well, my plan, as I say, is to, if I can't guarantee blowing open the door in a hair look on fire, I'd like the flying eye with the flashing thing to be coming along flashing, and generally causing a distraction, and have the gnats flying through underneath.
It's not like a strobe light. It's more like a flashbang grenade, but in button form. So it goes off once in a bright, blinding flash of light, and then it blinds everyone that can't basically cover their eyes fast enough.
Yep. Okay, so I'll have it. I'll shout, "Theodore, your shoes are untied," and then I'll activate the flashbang.
Yep, you and Theodore are actually going to be fine because you both have what's called flare compensation.
Okay.
Theodore has it in his glasses, and you have it in your eyes. But a blinding flash goes off, and basically everyone is. Let me make some rolls real fast. Nope.
It's always a good sign when the deer face palms.
So, as you guys can see on the webcam, I've been holding these cards. They're from the beginner box. They're little NPC cards. They're actually going to be selling these decks separately with full decks of NPCs and stuff. So but I'm just using these for now because I've got them. Blinded. Actually, only blinded level 1. Your elf mage, which, by the way, Theodore, now that you get a look at her, she's not an elf.
Oh, is she a poser?
She has had cosmetic surgery to have her, like, elf ears are normally like they just come up to a little taper. Mm-hmm. Her ears come out to here like a bad anime series.
Oh dear, she's gone for the World of Warcraft elves.
Yes.
That's unfortunate.
She...
It's overcompensating for something, I'll tell you that.
She, when the flashbang goes off...
Yeah.
Goes, ow! Boom! And then pops herself in the face. She's trying to cover up her eyes with the shotgun in her hand and brains herself.
Oh dear.
Which, this is what happens when you critically glitch. She is now going to... Oh my god, she has a very high close combat score.
Nobody told us these were comedy villains.
The adventure is called Food Fight.
Well, yes.
We're being attacked by Laurel and Hardy.
Oh, that's our job.
Yes. Yeah, we're Laurel and Hardy.
So 3 hits, and then her damage resistance test is... So, she has taken some damage from clocking herself in the face with her own shotgun.
Yes, that's a line of duty no. You shouldn't do that. Do hear that at home, listeners. Don't beat yourself in the face with a shotgun.
Okay. And so that would be because you moved, you made your skill check for a minor, those were your 2 minor actions, and then you attacked with the flashbang for your major action, so that is your 3 actions for the round. Next up is, let me check. Okay, he's one of the ones who got blinded. Because he is blinded, he is definitely going to fail any sort of test we have for figuring out an initiative, so this guy's going to go after you, Theodore. Theodore, you also have a major and 2 minor actions, so.
A spell. Let's see how these spells work, shall we?
Fireball.
Well, I've got a lightning bolt. That's the closest to a fireball, so I think that's what we're going to do.
Lightning bolt.
Straight at the fake elf. Right in the face.
She's standing up still.
Lightning bolt in the face.
And she is rather unawares at the moment, so she can't attempt to counterspell. Cannot attempt to counterspell, specifically. So, what we want to do first, which that's the thing she would normally do, but first we're going to do you want to adjust the spell? Adjusting the spell would allow you to up the damage value for 1 damage value, but you take 2 more drain damage for every 1 value you pump it up.
Yeah, let's do that.
How much?
Lots. How much can I do it?
As much as you want, but you're going to reach a point where if your damage value exceeds the magic rating, you're going to start taking physical damage on your drain instead of stun damage, which basically you're channeling so much magical energy, you're starting to burn up your own brain.
I don't really know what sort of scales we're talking here, so it's really hard for me to say. 3 then. I don't know. 3.
Okay. Honestly, you might want to do it 1 and then not much more.
I say 2 then.
So 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good shout.
So you're amping up by 2.
How many dice do you roll?
No, 3.
Okay, you really want to do 3.
Yeah.
You're going to be resisting 10 stun damage on your drain if you do that.
Is that good or bad?
That is potential to knock you out immediately if you don't soak it.
I'm sure I'll soak it. 3.
Okay. So, first thing you want to do is...
I'm in my fort.
What's the worst that could happen after all?
So, the first thing you want to do is roll your spellcasting test. This will be your sorcery plus your magic. Sorcery is a skill, magic is an attribute.
Is it?
Come on, Russ. I believe in you.
Now,
I can't see magic there.
What
Oh, yes. Magic / resonance, 5. Okay.
Yeah.
And then sorcery, 6.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm rolling 11 dice. Okay.
Yes, you are.
Right.
Yes, try not to roll 6 ones. You'll be fine.
I will try not to roll 6 ones.
We believe in you.
Alright, here we go.
And then...
3.
3 hits. Okay. And then she is blind, so we're taking away a couple of these dice. She got 1 hit which means you're going to do your base damage level
Okay.
of your net hits, which is 2, plus the 3 you amped it with. So you're
Okay.
doing 5 damage to her.
Okay.
And it's also electrical damage, so she is shocked.
Excellent. I'd be shocked too.
Which is a special keyword condition. Now, you have to try to soak your drain.
Okay.
Your drain value from a lightning bolt that's been amped 3 times is actually 11. So you have to get 11
am I doing?
hits on 13 dice to
Okay.
soak it all. Every hit you get on the 13 dice reduces the 11 stun damage you're taking.
Okay. I'm sure I will get 11 on these 13 dice. I can't see how I could possibly not. The math
good.
basically
What's
says
the-
I will. The laws of probability
The
just...
good news is
What are the
you have
chances of rolling
gotten, you
6
have gotten
ones?
2 edge points from the attack in and of itself. So your edge pool is, I believe, cap is now at your max of 7.
Okay.
Yeah, you have 7 edge right now. You can spend your edge either before or after the roll,
This
depending
is
on what
not
effect
bad.
you want. Okay.
Right. 2... 4 6s
Nice.
and 3 5s.
Total of 7.
Wow, that's not
Okay.
bad at all.
That is not
So you
bad at
take
all.
3 stun damage. Can he spend edge to re-roll some of his dice?
Yes, that's what I was just about to get
failed.
to. Where's that stupid table gone? You can spend 1 edge per die you wish to re-roll.
I'm rolling all 6 of these then.
Okay,
got
so your
7,
edge
did you
pool
say?
is down. Yeah, you can.
Edge fall at 1. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay,
trick.
I'm re-rolling all 6 and I pulled out another 2 hits. So that's
For a
1, 2,
total
3,
of
4,
9.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in total.
9 in total. So you are going to take 2 stun damage.
Why,
Told
why,
you.
why
I'd be
did I
fine.
thought it'd be 10? I thought it was 10 he was running against.
No, it's 11. I miscalculated whenever I was running off. When I looked at the thing, and yeah.
No worries.
But yeah, he has gotten.
Told you it'd be fine. It was all okay.
You just had to spend all of your edge to get there. But that was actually pretty damn impressive, to be honest. Okay. So you have
Can I do
cast.
anything with those 2 minor actions I have?
Yes, you still have 2 minor actions.
What do I do with those?
Anything that's not an attack, that's not a direct attack. Let me.
Get some grenades out.
I am
that's an
going
attack.
to eat a Weetabix.
Oh, strong choice.
I'm casting with one hand, eating a Weetabix with the other.
All right. So you're munching on those. And by the way, you can save those for like dodge actions later on as well.
Okay.
He's behind his invincible cereal.
I'm
fort. What
in a
do we need to,
fort. I mean, why do I need to
yeah.
dodge?
Well,
I
dodge
will not be
behind-
dodging.
Well,
I
you
trust in the fort. I am fully confident with this fort.
Okay.
Gotta trust in the process now.
Yeah.
And the fort. Yeah. Also, some people.
The fort
Right,
will
anyway.
protect me.
So whose goes it now?
Okay. So at this point in time, an eyeball has flown into the store and blinded everyone, and someone threw cereal and then a lightning bolt at them.
Yes.
So, Torque,
Oh, is the cereal now kind of fried?
no, because you actually
No,
hit
that's
with your
check rules.
attack.
Oh,
I actually have a table for this.
That's good.
So what is going to happen is Torque, who was only minorly affected by the shot, is going to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is going to fire his shotgun at you in your cereal fort. Theodore?
I will be completely safe here in my cereal fort. I'm not even going to try and dodge. Trust in the fort.
Just in the fort.
Dodge is a
Trust in the
specific
fort.
action, so you don't have to take the dodge action. However, I will need to you to make a reaction plus intuition.
5 and 3, 8.
8 dice.
And what's this to do?
You are rolling. This is to see if the attack hits you. You're rolling your defensive roll against their attack roll.
I'm not attempting to dodge or anything, though.
Nope.
Okay.
There's your intuitive defense.
Nope. There's a specific dodge action you would have to take.
And Daryl's going to not tell you what. He's not telling you what the thought bonus is.
4?
4.
Okay, so the shotgun blast manages to hit directly into your cereal fort. And does absolutely no damage to you whatsoever at all, but
Trust in the fort.
it also manages to hit a display directly above your head that was normally dispensing coupon codes, where you had to hold your comm link up to it to get the coupon code for the free toy if you mail in with the shipping and handling charge and blah, blah, blah. And it explodes in a shower of sparks over your head, which then hits a jar that is made of pink, smelly plastic that explodes all over you.
Oh dear.
So you now have pink, smelly plastic that's kind of shrapnel that's kind of rained down upon you. It doesn't do any damage.
Oh.
He's covered in silly putty.
I appear to be.
How unfortunate.
It happens.
Such is life.
Fort
Right.
life.
Do, 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 do.
And then next up is... Yeah, Spikes isn't doing anything other than grabbing at his eyes going, oh my god, I can't see, what happened? Erica... There's 2 more dice to roll for that. Okay. Erica managed to shake herself out of it, at least somewhat. She is going to take a big penalty on this. But she says, I want that Fragger alive! As she starts to pull in mystical energy and shove it generally in your direction, Theodore. Which you are not close enough to get into, Tom, because you're not far enough from the cereal aisle. So
I am in my fort.
So Erica is going to throw a stun bolt at you.
Fort.
Oh, that Delilah.
Why? Why?
Why?
Delilah?
Why Delilah?
1, 2. And Erica, apparently the fates want her dead because she just critically glitched again.
That's what you get when you attack someone in a fort.
So, what has happened is her stun bolt materialized and she was about to shoot it at you, and apparently Torque behind her screamed, I'm still can't see. She goes, what do you mean you can't? And drops it right at her feet, catching all of her gang in it. So if you give me a moment, I'm going to be rolling dice for just a second.
Okay.
Lady, lay down.
Now that was careless. Tom,
Yes?
do you want to get in my fort?
It does seem to be rather more effective than I thought it would be.
Oh dear.
So all the gangers have now taken stun damage.
Yes.
Good, good.
And we've got 2 left on their turns. Let's see. Who do I have left? Rager. Nope. Needs 1 more hit for that. And Ancients. Ancients managed to shake off his blindness enough to see to 2 levels. Okay. He is going to draw out his Uzi and start shooting in your direction.
My direction.
Yes. Because you're the only threat so far. They keep trying to attack you and hurting themselves. And then there was a lightning bolt.
My fort.
And they haven't actually linked the eyeball to Tom.
It's almost like we've worked together before.
So you're going to make another
It's all part of my cunning plan.
reaction
Theodore
plus
gets pissed.
reaction plus intuition.
That was 8, wasn't it?
Yep.
Was it 8?
Yeah.
8.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Theodore hits the whiskey and the white lightning. Then he
1,
uses
2,
the powers
3.
of drunkenness.
3.
You managed to get 1 more success than the hit again, so this time the Uzi manages
Leave in the
to
fort.
shoot over your head onto the jar that explodes into a... Let me see.
Oh, not a jar of pickles.
I am now utterly convinced that my fort is impregnable now.
Tom, whilst completely sober, is
The
considering the choice of
evidence
cereal
supports me.
forts. Empirically, there's nothing to argue with that.
And you are now covered in a thick purple liquid.
Oh,
That
to
is
go with my
splashed
pink
all over you.
plastic. Excellent. I bet I look amazing.
Why did they keep the lubricant next to the silly putty? They have a strange way of doing things here.
Looks like it was grape jam, actually.
That's what I said.
It's actually a full random table here with different color, texture, and material.
Amazing.
All right. That is all their turn. We're going back to the top again with Tom.
Yay!
Finish them!
So, I would like to... This fight is over.
Can you just drive the car straight through the front of the store?
Might damage my car. And also, I have a plan, which I've been trying to execute over the past several hours, which is I've got these gnats with stun probes on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just have them fly in and attack whoever is holding a weapon first.
Okay.
Not me. I'm in my fort.
So you send that command to them. That's your major action for the turn. They are going to interpret it as they will based on their piloting, which is...
I'm going to assume I've built into my fort a little gateway, so that to get out of the fort, I've got to go through...
You've got to be kidding me. Autopilot's 2. Okay, yeah, they're going to understand that, and they're going to know who to attack. So, everybody holding a gun. Those two actually haven't been able to pull their guns out yet. So, what I will need you to do, for me, Peter, is roll your... Because you set the command to them, and you're not jumping in and doing it yourself. It's your drone's autopilot that's doing it.
Can I jump in and do it myself?
You can if you want to. That's a minor action, but you would only be able to do one swarm and not just send a command to all the swarms.
I'll just send this command to all the swarms.
So what you want to do is roll your piloting for them times 2, which is 4. So you're rolling 4 dice for the attack.
I am?
Yes.
Because my piloting is 6.
No, your piloting is 6, but their autopilot is 2.
Okay, yeah. So I roll 4 dice, yeah. Don't I get a bonus on... Oh, it's not a logic check, so it's reactions into...
Yep.
Alright, yeah, so no successes.
Okay.
It's not a glitch.
And
I'm rolling 4 dice.
Yep, I need you to do another one for Erica.
Oh, you want me to do another one?
Yep, you're going to do 3 of them total.
No.
No hits on that one either? And then got 1 more to go.
I've rolled 3 times and have nothing.
3 times, no hits, no glitches. Okay. So your swarms managed to land on them, but they managed to land somewhere it doesn't make actual skin contact. And you also still have 2 minor actions if you have anything else you want to do. Which at this point you can also use to jump in. You can jump into one of your drones now if you want to as well to prepare for something next round, or into your car.
Yeah, I'll jump. I'll jump into one of the swarms.
One of the swarms?
And,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. And Torque is still just out of it enough that his initiative is hurt. So, Theodore, you're up.
Ooh, right. I am in my fort, my impregnable fort, which has withstood all attacks, all attacks at it so far. I am going to try and use control thoughts.
All right. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to roll a sorcery plus magic test against their willpower plus logic. Okay. And you can then make them think whatever you want them to think. Okay. And that can also be injecting thoughts of actions into their heads. Like, we should run away, or we should surrender, or we should do this. Now, if you try to do something they wouldn't normally think of doing, they get to fight against it again with the second check.
Is this a single person or multiple people?
One person.
One person. So I'm just going to pick a random thug then. Don't mind who. Not the leader, one of the others.
One of the others. Okay. Let's go with the one who actually has a gun out and actually shot at you. Okay. Does that sound good?
So I have rolled 1, 2, 3, 4 6s.
Well, and we're going to roll his willpower plus his logic.
Let me get down there.
Yeah, he glitched.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you roll 2 dice. So yeah, what thought are you now implanting in his head?
An intense desire for a bowl of cereal.
Okay. So he is now cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Mm-hmm. Okay. So next up we've got Torque.
How long would that last?
That is permanent. He's going to get to try to fight against it.
Okay.
Oh, and you also need to roll your drain. So roll 13 dice versus 4 stun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Soaked it. Yeah, it's going to last, I mean, how many hits did you go on the first test? You said it was like 4 or 5?
I can't remember now. 4?
Yeah, whatever it was, that's how many minutes that thought is going to be in his head. So he's going to be thinking nothing but cereal for another minute. And every combat round's 3 seconds. So it's going to be like,
Okay.
It's going to be like 80 to 100 rounds. He's going to be thinking about cereal.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
All right. So we got Torque. I'm now going to make a composure test for. Holy shit, he made it. He is going to try to shoot his shotgun at you again. Theodore?
Trust in the fort.
All right. You're still going to roll the intuition plus reaction, but for the defense test, but this is going to be fun.
Okay. Can you remember what that was?
Intuition plus reaction. I think it was
reaction? Where's reaction? Oh, can't find anything on this thing.
It's 5 plus 3, so 11.
5 plus
5
3
plus 3 is 11. It's 8.
You can count. We believe in you.
Go on then. What we
So I'm
got?
trying to keep track of so many numbers in my head at
1, 2,
once.
3, 4.
4? Okay. So, he manages to miss you with the shotgun.
Yes.
Whoop, whoop.
The fort stands supreme.
The shotgun blast goes off. It goes over your head and then hits...
Again.
What's it going to hit? Hits the light over your head, which then goes out with fluorescent sparks everywhere. And then you happen to notice the smell of something burning. As he shouts, "Ah!" and then drops the shotgun. As it appears, some of the gunpowder has leaked out and caught the stock on fire.
Okay then.
Because someone glitched.
Barrel's not maintained. Well, he should have maintained his weapon properly, shouldn't he? These cheap hoodlums. They never look after their kit. And you see what that gets you? First degree burns upon his fingertips. For I am no judge.
So we're going to skip over a couple of turns real fast here, and we're going to go to Erica, who is the elf poser in charge of everything. She is going to attempt to heal herself because she is hurt very badly. And you see the glowing healing energy as she holds her hand against herself, trying to heal herself, muttering curses the entire time. She doesn't do much as her as 2 of her lieutenants, the dwarf and the elf, shout, "Frag this!" and run out the door. And the last one remaining, the troll, runs up to the cereal forces. "Hey man, can I get some of that? Can I get some?" Grabs one of the boxes and just starts munching down on Frosted Flakes. Which takes us back to Tom.
Oh, marvellous, marvellous.
There are...
As I recall, I'm jumped into a flock of gnats.
Yep.
Erica is looking like a mage.
Yep.
And you know what you have to do with mages? You have to gank them first.
All right.
I'm going to just sort of flutter over there and give her a good stinging.
In which case
I'm hoping that I now get to roll my piloting.
Actually, you're rolling your engineering, because this is an attack with a drone. You're rolling your engineering plus your logic.
Okay, so that's 5 ranks of engineering and 6 ranks of logic.
Yep, so 11 dice.
So I get, and so let's roll 11 dice and see what that looks like first. Oh dear, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 glitches and 1 success. So what I'm going to do is I've got 5 edge. I'm holding 1 in hand. I'm going to re-roll 5 of them.
Okay.
Because why not?
Now,
okay,
so it costs 1 per die you re-roll. 1 edge per die you re-roll. So
that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've used 5. Do I get bonus edge on logic attacks?
You get 1. You got a bonus edge for making a logic check. Period. So
right. So I've earned an edge?
Yeah, you earned an edge, and now you're spending edge to reroll your misses.
Okay. So I now I've rerolled another 5. And then last one. Okay. Yeah, so having used all my edge.
Okay.
On 11 dice, I have a total of 1 success.
1 success.
Which, to be fair, that's about rolling average for me, so I'm pretty pleased with that.
Well, 1 success is 1 more success than she got on her dodge test. So now she's going to soak the stun, and she's going to soak one of them. But
Fair enough.
she soaks one of the 5 stun damage that was it 5 or 4? Frankly, it doesn't fucking matter because the amount of stun damage she's done, plus the stun damage you've already done, plus the physical damage you've already done, she falls over unconscious. She's alive, she is hurt, but she is out. Cold.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good stuff.
Torque is still around, but he has dropped his shotgun, so it's not his round. Oh, sorry?
So are my other drones, are they still attacking people holding guns? But there's no people holding guns?
That was your last command, was to attack anyone holding a gun. Torque is no longer holding a gun. Spikes still is. So, roll
4 dice?
Yeah, 4 dice for the pilot plus pilot. So yeah, they would keep doing the last command you gave them, so that is correct. Good spot.
Oh, I got a 5 there.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
But they have glitched though. I've got a success.
Oops. Okay.
Does the glitch cancel out the success?
No, they don't cancel out, but, did you rolled 2 or 3?
I rolled 4 dice. Mm-hmm. I've got 2 1s and a 5.
Okay. So Spikes is actually rolled. So you did get 1 hit, so you didn't critically glitch, but you did get a glitch. However,
yes.
Spikes did manage to make his, defense roll on that. So what Spikes has done is he started just shaking his hands around, and he managed to smack about half of your swarm down in 1 swipe.
Oh.
So they're going to have a -2 dice penalty the next time they attack.
I understand.
The other ones, they're going to be out for at least a few rounds, and it's going to be enough rounds that combat will be over by that point in time. But they're not destroyed. You can rebuild them. You can make them stronger.
Okay, we have the technology. That's good. So once they've done their little stun thing, do they stop having stun things?
Yes, because it is a chemical that's on their feet. So you've got one squad that doesn't have any more.
Yes. So I guess what I will... Oh, okay, so I've still got 3 potential stun things I could do, is that right? I don't know.
You've got 3 swarms of gnats left, but there's only the 1 guy that had a gun left. Because Eric is knocked out cold, the other guy dropped his gun because it caught on fire.
Yes, it was a sensible thing for him to do. Yeah, I guess I will jump into... A rotodrone, that's a flying fellow, isn't it?
Yep, that's your flying, basically flying gunnery platform.
Yeah, I'll jump into one of those and bring it around.
Alright, so that one flies out of your trunk and starts flying flying through the doors. This one is big enough, the door's open for it on its own. No test required for that. And so now you've got a little rotodrone with 2 machine guns on it, or assault rifles. Hanging out in the store, but you can't attack with it yet because you already used your major action.
Can I jump into that one?
Yes, you are jumped into that one now.
Marvelous.
Alright. So, Theodore, your turn.
Okay, so who's left in the store?
There is... The mage is still in the store, but she's unconscious.
Yep.
You've got a guy... I'm just going off the names off the cards. You don't know their names, but it's... the troll, Torque. He's the one with the shotgun that caught on fire and he dropped it. And then there's another troll called Spikes, and he is the only one who has not had any significant amount of damage done to him or any calamity befallen him. No, I'm sorry, I lied. Spikes is currently next to you munching Cheerios. I forgot about that.
Yes.
He's currently stuffing his face with Frosted Flakes.
Nom.
I completely forgot Spikes. So Spikes is busy eating Frosted Flakes. Torque, is looking at his shotgun, which he doesn't know how it caught on fire.
Right.
Maybe not load it with explosive rounds next time.
Okay. So there's one opponent and he's unarmed at the moment.
Yes.
That's the situation.
Yes.
Okay.
Theodore, can
Yes.
you ask these clowns to surrender before I kill them all?
I suppose I can do that, but I will need a flag first. I'm in a fort.
You hear,
They need
you hear from
a
under
surrender flag.
Aisle 6. You hear from under the counter.
Oh, they really do have everything here, don't they?
Okay, so, control thoughts again. There's only one guy left to use it on.
Yep.
The thought I'm going for is for him to go and get a flag, and I'll only accept this surrender if he does it properly with a flag.
Okay.
I'm in a fort.
Surrender with a flag.
Yes.
Okay, make your sorcery plus magic.
What was that? It was 8, wasn't it? 2, 4, 6, 8. Come on. Come on. We have got 1, 2, 3.
3 hits. And then... plus that, and... There's one. Okay, let's go ahead and roll your drain before I explain what this guy starts doing on his turn, because his turn's next after yours.
And again, how do I do that again?
That is 13 dice, because it's your charisma plus your willpower.
And I'm trying to beat...
4. You're trying to get 4 hits. Every hit, you're going to take 4 stun damage. Every hit you get reduces it by 1.
3.
So you take 1 stun damage.
Okay.
Now, what this means is you've now taken 3 stun damage. Mm-hmm. Because you've taken 3 stun damage, that now means you are at -1 for all your tests. So all your tests are going to subtract 1 die from them.
Ooh, Shadowrun has a death spiral.
Yep.
Oh.
Which has been affecting these guys very badly. So, what Torque does is goes, what hour that again? 6. And he starts tromping over, and he picks up this little like nylon flag that says Astlin on it, and starts waving it around. Surrender.
There you go, Tom.
Thank you. Does that apply to the rest of you, or do I need to kill you all?
We surrender too. Comes a voice way in the back by the ice cream.
Not you. These clowns at the front. Come on, you hoodlums.
Everyone
Give it up.
at the front has either run off, is unconscious, is waving a flag, or stuffing their face with Frosted Flakes.
In which case I should count that as...
You do get the...
Good. I'll count that as unconditional victory then.
Sounds like it to me.
And on that note, shall we
We are now
depart the...
we are now out of initiative. What would you like to do with your captives?
Lock them in the freezer.
No, that would kill them. No, the best thing to do is strip them naked, duct tie them to each other in a dreadful three-legged race, and paint losers across them, using, this nice bright pink spray paint here.
Fine, let's do that then.
Yes. And then send them on their way home. No shoes for them. Shoes are for winners.
And so are forts. Forts are for winners. I think it's safe to say that we can entirely credit this victory on the fort.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The fort was the key. The fort was the MVP. I'll give it to you, Theodore. I wasn't convinced at first. I was thinking, exactly how much gunfire can cardboard and small bits of sugar-coated cereal resist? And it turns out the answer was all of it.
Exactly.
See, I thought the MVP was my dice rolling like shit.
They rolled like shit because of the fort, though.
Yes. They couldn't stand with it. The coolness of the fort. That's the problem. Anyway, thanks so much for running, Darryl. It's been a pleasure to be introduced to the new Shadowrun rules.
Yeah, that was good fun. That was fun.
And as a quick wrap up, you guys managed to spray paint loser over them and send them off. It would technically be a 4-legged after you tape them up because there's 3 of them, and they kind of stomp their way home. One guy is still. He asks if you could duct tape the Fruit Loops to his face. It's like a feed bag.
Yeah, we got no problem with this.
And it isn't until 2 blocks later you hear, I like cereal! Like a shout echoing through the streets.
Right.
And you are assured a week later that they have not returned and are transferred the rest of your money.
Mission successful.
Yes. And nobody had to die in a horrible blaze of firepower.
Exactly.
Of which I have all of it. There's a lot of firepower going on there.
If you guys hadn't knocked her out next round,
It would have been,
the fireball.
Story. Okay, so thanks for ringing, Darryl, and look forward to hearing this.
Yeah, yeah.